Hi, John LaRosa here, President of Market Data Enterprises, a full-service market research and consulting firm since 1979. Today, we're going to continue with our series, The Straight Scoop from John LaRosa, based on our 35 years of experience looking at all different kinds of industries, mostly service sectors, and dealing with a lot of entrepreneurs and startups. One thing that happens a lot with us is that we get phone calls from lots of startup companies, and that's a good sign. That's showing the health of our economy. There are a lot of entrepreneurs out there starting new companies, and that's great. And there is the technology to do that now, which has become very affordable, very accessible. So there's more startups coming along and more than ever. But startups do have a dilemma. One of the frequent things that we hear all the time, and I hear personally all the time, is, we've spent a couple of years developing this product or service. We spent a lot of time, we've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes millions of dollars, developing a new software platform or website or service that is going to take over the world. And when I asked them, well, what kind of research have you done? Have you done any market research? And then you kind of see the blank stare over the phone, if you could, and the silence. Sometimes the better companies that have done some due diligence will have done some market research, but most of the time they don't. It doesn't even come into their scope of what should be included in their budget. Now think about that for a while. If you're going to buy a franchise for $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000, wouldn't you get the franchise offering circular, the franchise disclosure document, and ask a heck of a lot of questions and do your due diligence about the prospects for this service or your territory? Wouldn't you do that as a prospective buyer? Well, a lot of times companies spend years developing a product or a service, and they get so focused in the production phase that they get tunnel vision and they forget to test it out in the market and get feedback on it. The time to do market research is not after you develop the product, it's before. You have to determine if there's a demand for your product or service. Market research should be part of your investment budget from the very beginning. It's part of the due diligence process. It's not an afterthought. Why? How can market research help you? First of all, it'll give you the unbiased, objective facts to support your business plan that you're going to take to potential investors or your bank to get a loan and start the business, get it off the ground. Second, it's going to identify the best potential markets or market niches to enter. Third, it provides for customer feedback. It's very good to spend a little bit of money on things like focus groups. Spend a few $1,000s on focus groups. If you're going to spend hundreds of thousands developing the product and marketing it and taking it on the road, doing your road show, why not spend a few $1,000s on some professionally done focus groups? This will give you a lot of answers and uncover weaknesses in your plan or your product that you didn't even think of, but the consumer points out for you. Another thing market research does, it provides a dose of reality. I know everybody says, well, it's a $10 billion market. If we can get just 1% of that $10 billion, that's $100 million a year. I'm not sure if the math is correct on that, but you get the idea. That's not what people want to hear. If you've been looking at TV and episodes of the Shark Tank, all of the sharks on the Shark Tank say the same thing. Don't tell me that there's a $50 billion market, and if I can grab just 1/2 of 1%, we'll be rich. That's not what you want to hear. You want the facts. You want objective facts on how many people are buying this, what the true market potential is, what your target group is that you're going to sell the product or service to. So, in conclusion, it's really a foolish strategy not to do your due diligence and your market research up front. A few $1,000s spent in the beginning is well worth the investment, considering the time and effort and money that you're going to spend in total. Just my 2 cents, but I think it's good advice and people should heed it, and they should recognize that market research can be a valuable tool and part of the whole startup process. Thank you.